I'm James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday, the 14th of September. Man, weather like this makes our job kind of easy. We need some rain. Not going to get it for a while. Tropics are active, but nothing in the immediate area for a while. Skycam shots. Let's start with some sunrise images this morning. How about that sun coming up on the horizon? That's coming from Tuscaloosa. The top of the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse, the sun coming up right over Bryant-Denny Stadium. Here's a Trussville Skycam. These taken about 6:40 this morning. And let's just magically show you the same view right now. A blue sky kind of afternoon. Water vapor satellite shot, very dry air here. Westerlies stay north. Temperature is upper 80s and low 90s. The numbers vary from 88 at Alexander City to 93 in Tuscaloosa and Montgomery. Birmingham and Gadsden City get 90. And we'll see numbers like that really for the next 7 days. Highs pretty close to 90 every afternoon. There's the severe weather risk for the rest of today and tonight. Got a slight risk of severe weather for parts of the plains. And this is where the action really is, the tropics. Igor, big bad hurricane in the central Atlantic. Behind that, Hurricane Julia. And following that, another wave coming off the coast of Africa. And what should be Carl developing over the western Caribbean. Here's a look at Igor. Based on satellite estimates, sustained winds are 135 miles an hour. Should be a major hurricane through the beginning of the weekend. Here's the track. Now, the Hurricane Center has this thing moving right over the island of Bermuda Sunday morning, but understand there can be a pretty significant error in the track 5 days in advance. That could easily change, but obviously our friends on the island are nervously watching this. Hurricane Center expects it to weaken somewhat by that point due to cooler water and some shear. Prior to that should be a major hurricane coming up across the Atlantic. And Julia, there's the hurricane behind Igor, that's located in the eastern Atlantic, and that thing looks pretty good. The sustained winds, based on satellite estimates, 85 miles per hour. And there's the track. No real change. This one will be recurving well east of the United States, and it should weaken to a tropical storm this weekend as it interacts with the strong outflow coming from Igor. So neither one of those a threat to the United States mainland. And Carl. I say Carl. It should be Carl soon. There's a reconnaissance aircraft in the region now, and we'll get the data back pretty soon, but more than likely this will be a new tropical depression shortly, and ultimately Tropical Storm Carl. And the models are in very good agreement, or fair agreement. They take this thing across the Yucatan. It emerges in the Bay of Campeche with the second landfall on the Mexican coast, well south of Brownsville, Texas. Many of the models bend it back to the southwest, bringing the thing in below Tampico, Mexico. So, again, we'll keep an eye on this. Could be a pretty good hurricane at the time of landfall. There's the intensity forecasts. But, again, more than likely, this one will not affect the United States. Let's check the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Flat ridge across the deep south, westerlies up to the north. There's the surface chart. We're in dry air. Sunny with highs close to 90. Surface low over the plains. Thursday, the surface low pulls over to near Cleveland with a trailing front, and again, you see a little sliver of moisture there. We are not going to mention any significant chance of rain, but that hints maybe a speck or two on radar. And then Friday, that front just goes dry completely, and that looks like a dry day. We've got Igor on the right part of the screen, Carl down there in the bottom of the screen, about to make landfall in Mexico, way south of Brownsville, Texas. And look at the cold air in Canada. Wow. Pretty strong cold front just coming in across the border up there. There's Saturday starting the weekend. You can see that intense low over Canada. But around here, it's ridging. And down below that, we stay dry. Carl is inland over Mexico. Igor is making the turn. Sunday, Igor well east of the Outer Banks. Could be close enough for some big swells and rough surf, but no landfall. And, of course, we stay dry. There's Monday of next week. Igor kicks out. And a week from today, very dry air stays in place. Let's check the end of the forecast, September 30th. Kind of a weird-looking chart there. That's one of those that you know is going to go away. You got this deep upper low near Memphis with unsettled conditions there. But again, that's the first time we've seen that, and based on the pattern, just doesn't make a lot of sense. But again, really, in the short term, for sure, no significant chance of rain here as a very dry pattern continues. That's it for the Weather Extreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog, the next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.